environment variables is something I'm very sure you have seen before, talked of before. They store data that is used by the operating system and other programs. Some of them are intrinsic to the operating system. Some belong to a specific program or library, programming language. Some are created by the user. And you can use them in scripts and on the command line. You reference them by putting a special symbol in front of or around them. Or they are usually conventionally written uppercase. So these are some typical examples that you have almost certainly seen. And to see content of an environment variable, then you would do echo. Then you set a $sign in front so that you will see what is in it, what is inside it, and then the name of the environment variable. And $home for me contains the path to my home directory. You can use env or printf to see some environment variables that are currently set in your terminal on your machine. Printf can also be used to request the value of a specific variable. So we could say printf and then, for instance, home. And here you don't put the dollar because you already you use printf and it prints the environment variable, and you just give the name of the variable. You can use env to modify the environment variable that programs run. Sorry, you can change the environment that a program runs in by setting a variable definition in a command line like this. So env and then your variable and equals, and then you set it to some value. And then you can still you run whatever it is you want to run. And that means that these commands here, instead of running with the value the environment variable would have in your terminal, it runs with this value instead. So maybe you had OMP norm threads set to 4, but you wanted to run with 2 instead. Be an example. Some environment variables need to be exported in order to be used. And you set a variable to some value with export variable equals the value you want it to be. And that is how it is in Bash and the shells that are related to Bash. If you're using C shell and similar, you use setn and the variable and the value. You can create your own variables to use. It's very common to do so in scripts to make things more useful. And an easy example of how you can create a variable is, let's create one for the path to GCC. And I am going to say which GCC, you see that I have here. And my GCC is indeed in user bin GCC. If I then say, let's see, I don't know if I have a C file. I have one, hello.c, and GCC would compile it to a.out that I can run. And I could instead now export the new environment variable that I call mine. And I set it to user bin GCC. And that means that whenever I'm using this variable, it runs GCC. Now I wouldn't need that because I was already I already have GCC in my path. So So it's usable in GCC, and you can actually use it to compile it. So mine, let's see. Like this. See, it was now compiled again, made it out, and you can still run it. So it does compile with that. So $mine is now a shortcut if you want to use a bin GCC. It contains this path, so you can run it with it. And this is valid until I close this terminal and open it again. If you want to keep environment variables that you create, you need to put them in your bash RC. So let's look at some examples. Let's look at what we have in path. And you can see I have the standard path. I have added one thing to it only, which is this one. The rest is the default. And among other things, user bin is in it. So I could set OMP node threads. That is also a good example. And another more useful example of creating your own variable. Let's assume you had a script that you are running in a different directory than where you have the data files. Then you could create an environment variable to give the path to the data directory instead of each time writing the full path. This is something I use a lot in batch scripts because I have many of my programs and input in a specific directory perhaps. And then when I write my batch script somewhere else, then I simply set in that case, program path. But if I had my data, then I would set a data path. So export a useful variable name that you will remember, equal, and then the path to where you are keeping your data set or your programs. Then when you are doing something in your script, you can just write $data path instead of writing the full path to it each time. And this LD library path, if you have installed something, a new library, and you want your system to look in this area, this directory, and see this new library, then you should export LD library path equals, and you want to keep what you already had there, which is this $LD library path is the content of what's there, and they are divided by colon, and then you set your new custom path. Then the new LD library path will be this full thing. And again, you need to put it into bash RC or something like this if you want it to remain there for next time you open a new terminal. You can do that with echo. So echo and then this full thing that we wrote above. And then we are appending that to your bash RC file. So that is an easy way of doing it fast. So let's see what time it is, 14:49. Yeah, let's take 2 minutes and then just test a few env echo things out, and then we will continue to some bullet links. 14:52.